the mom goes back and she comes back with a shoebox. And she like literally hands me a Nike shoebox.
No, she didn't.
She did. And I'm like,
what are you supposed to do with that?
I'm like, what is this? And she's like, it's the $5,000 down payment. I'm like, oh, like I can't take this to the title company.
Hello, everybody. We are so excited to be on episode 3.
Episode 3. Welcome.
Welcome. I am Apryl Lopez.
I'm Shannon Howard-Bisordi.
And we are here to bring you Realtor Reputation. So, Realtor. I do that all the time.
It's so weird. Realtor.
Realtor. You know, I grew up saying Realtor, so then it's so hard to change the way that I do.
I know, and I always feel like it's so weird to have to like enunciate it like Realtor
Reputation. So anyway, that's us. We are 2 longs, 2 agents living the dream. Selling Sonoma County is what we are doing. So today's episode is going to be fun and exciting. We've done a lot of research and some really good things.
We have, and we want to thank you, those who have subscribed to our first couple of episodes.
Oh, yes, for sure.
And we really appreciate your feedback. We are open to it. So Thank you. We just want to get better, and we will get better.
We will.
Each and every episode, so don't give up on us.
Don't give up on us. And we're taking it. We're learning as we go.
Yes.
We are.
So we love you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for liking, subscribing, following us on all social media. We are now on Spotify also. So if you want to listen to us on Spotify, that's great. YouTube, Instagram.
And we are going to be on TikTok next week.
Good job, Shannon. With that being said, hopefully you guys can hear us nice and clear because we have our... You know, we keep saying we don't have a sponsor, but really I should highlight the fact that Vanguard Properties, Shannon and I both work for Vanguard. We're a brokerage here in Sonoma County and
all over the Bay Area.
Totally. And we joke around that we don't have any sponsors, but really we're filming in a Vanguard office. We are here in Petaluma.
They provided us equipment. They are 100% supportive and excited about us.
Yeah.
So they got us these 2 big Yeti microphones.
Get it. So just shout out Vanguard Properties. Like we greatly appreciate you and all of the support that we've gotten from them. So anyway, just wanted to put that plug in there.
Yes, thank you.
Sponsor of this episode.
And if you're looking to buy or sell in the Bay Area, just a little plug, we can connect you anywhere from Napa, San Francisco, all the way down to Lafayette, Healdsburg. We have an office in the river, so we are everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, to plug also, we also can connect all over the world.
We can. So that's what's so amazing about working for a local brokerage where we can call Frank or James, our 2 owners, anytime. We do not have to call a 1-800 number. We get live people, live feedback, and it's kind of unheard of nowadays. So we are so grateful to be treated as people and not a number, and to feel the love and work in an environment that I think some of our greatest feedback has come from our peers and our friends here. So thank you.
Yep, I absolutely agree. So anyway, let's move on to the good stuff.
All right.
And let's just start it off with Mom Moment of the Week, which Shannon had...
Oh, no. Which one? I have so many.
I don't TikTok, so like I watch the reels and all of that good stuff, but it's been the craze.
It's been the craze. And it's kind of funny because... you know, having 2 teenage daughters, and Apryl has one as well, you know, I thought it kind of would have died out this last year because last Christmas, you know, the Stanley Cup was the craze. And I thought like there has to be something different, right, for this Christmas.
Yeah.
But, you know, Stanley, it's kind of funny how it became like the new thing. And I know Stanley's been around for what, like 100, 200 years.
I still have the thermos.
And it's the thermos. Like I think my grandpa had one, but they were really brilliant. And they changed their marketing to include women. And, you know, everybody knows that women are the shoppers in the family.
100%.
But so they have
Although my husband's a
colors.
shopper.
Yeah. Oh, is he? Mine like avoids it like the plague.
Oh, no, he's a
So they've kind of marketed, as you know, I mean, I don't need to tell you, but different colors. And now they have like releases. And we have like a video clip, and we're just going to talk about like how crazy this is. Like people are at like Target knocking each other over to get these like Valentine cups.
It's insane.
It's like dangerous. You need like a bodyguard or something. And I just find it, you know, it's kind of gotten a little out of hand. I think it's a cup, and I have one. I mean, I'm not gonna lose my life for one.
No. God, no. But it just goes to show how much, I don't know, influencers really do influence.
They really do. And I think like, you know, separately, you know, my one daughter wanted one, and then my other one wasn't so sure, but she did get one for Christmas, and she likes it. You know, she's fine. She's kind of, you know, she was always, we have Yeti water bottles, and what was the other one? Hydro Flask. She loves her Hydro Flasks. Yeah. So, you know, we've always kind of had the water bottle. And I like having just one water bottle and not having a cabinet full of them, because I felt like they were like falling. I mean, you know what I mean?
I have a cabinet full, and I'm like bad person for that. Well, because you never know if you want like a big one.
Oh, well, that.
Or
but
for
I
the
mean,
gym, or like when I'm on a spin bike, I want one with the lid.
Yeah.
I'm on boot camp class, I want one with the straw.
Well, we have that, but I mean, I felt like we had like a bunch of the plastic ones that would like fall over. So like we kind of each have a couple of nicer water bottles, and we kind of got rid of the rest. And I don't really like drinking out of plastic, so I like that.
Agreed.
But it's very interesting. So my daughter, you know, they're both 13 and 14, and they're kind of like, well, when the moms start to get them, then it's not cool anymore. So you've seen like all these like TikTokers and like, you know, Instagrammers with the moms.
Wait, is that true? Is that why like it goes out of?
I think so. Once the mom kind of gets it, then it's not cool anymore. It's not funny. Even though we're the ones who buy it for them.
But I feel like that's right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
What do you call them? Your broke.
My two broke friends.
Your two broke best friends. So I just think it's actually really funny, because when you watch this reel or TikTok or whatever you call it, like it is a frenzy and it's crazy, and it reminds me a lot of real estate.
It does.
When the interest rates drop.
Oh my gosh, it does. And it's kind of like that, because it's a true, like if you know, have ever taken like statistics and economics in school, it's a true supply and demand.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I think they like have like a limited release of colors, of styles, but mostly it's like the 40-ounce handle is the one. But it's kind of like real estate. You know, you have that it only is in this neighborhood, or it's fixed up versus not fixed up. And then
but interest rates will affect the craze also.
It does, because if they drop, everybody's running to that house.
Well, everybody's running to that house because they qualify. Well, obviously your purchase power goes up if the interest rate's down, and it just creates that frenzy of like, oh my God, I need it right now.
Well, it does
in a way, right? So,
well, I think it does, and I think it's more so in the like in the, you know, where we live in Sonoma County, because our supply of inventory has been so low that even everybody thought, you know, I think we talked about this before, the market was going to crash and prices were going to soften. Well, we've seen that they really haven't, because our inventory has stayed low.
Yeah.
So what happens is, when, like you're saying, when those interest rates drop, everybody
wants to lock in while they.
And I mean, I'm not kidding. Have you ever been to a house where they're lined up around the block?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a true story. I mean, they are like lined up, like you have to like make appointments, or it's like a free for all.
Yeah. Or there was last year in Bennett Valley, I was at a house, and everybody had appointments. It was, you know, we schedule it online or whatever. And I want to say we were like 7 people deep standing in line. And I was like,
oh yeah,
holy cow. Like, just imagine how many offers that house got. I can't remember the exact number on that one, but I mean, that's when we were 12 to 15 offers.
Oh, at least.
And some of my clients were like, I'm not even
going to bother.
It's not even worth it.
Well, and then you kind of, you know, it goes with the theory of people just get like tired, and they get like worn out, and they get discouraged. And like, that's our job, is to like keep them like motivated, like, you know, it's going to be okay. And sometimes, you know, as we know in these situations, the highest offer isn't always the best terms or the best down payment, or, you know, or cash doesn't always win, you know, so it, but when you're like, how many offers, and then what happens is then that price goes up.
Up and up and up.
And I think that's the hard conversation. It's like, hi, welcome. This is always my line, right? There's 27 other people looking at the house. Offers are due tomorrow. And they priced it, at market value, but it's probably going to go another 100,000 over. So how much do you want to bid over? And then you have these like eyes that look at you like, what?
Well, and it's hard to grasp that concept as a purchaser, as a buyer. Right? It's hard to grasp like, well, the list price is showing 700. Why do I have to bid 780, 800, or whatever it may be? It's hard because you try to accept like, wait, it was in my price range. Why is it no longer in my price range?
Yes.
Like,
why can't?
There's different factors to that. But when you're in that crazy, crazy market, talking about interest rates, when you're in that frenzy, I don't know, it just gets, it is. We become psychiatrists
and marriage counselors. And there's a lot of, and I always say like, and I know you're really good at this too, like, let us take the stress for you, but it's hard.
Absolutely.
But, and then you have, agents, I feel like, who play pricing games, like the Price is Right, I call it, So they're like, okay, so there's fair market value, which is like kind of like the comps and based on the commission of like where I try to price houses, like, right, at a competitive level, but fair market value. But then there's people that, they're like, I want to get as many people in here as possible. So they're going to automatically price it 50 to 100,000 under fair market value. And I think that's where it starts to get like really frustrating, because then your client who may not have even been in that price range thinks they could afford this house, but then this is not even 100,000 over. This is 150,000 over because it didn't even start at fair market value. And so I try to I call that teaser pricing. That's what I tell my clients. This is like fake pricing, like fake news, like fake pricing, but
it hurts my heart.
I know, but I have to, and I show them examples.
I hate showing those.
But I think they have to know like the difference of like this. If you see a house in this neighborhood that you love, and you see like a ridiculously low price, that's probably not real.
Yeah. There's reasons behind it, and sometimes it's just tactics and that sort of thing. But
you will see people tackle on the lawn for the houses. So like the Stanley Cups.
That's exactly right. Like everybody's going for it. So that, I think that's the funny part of it, is the Stanley Cups really do compare to the
They really do. It's really funny. And then the other thing is, what can you use, true or false, right? Like in our true or false segment.
Yeah.
Like, so when you have to come up with this extra down payment because you have to like bid over, a lot of people will cash in like stocks or retirements or maybe get gift funds. But true or false, Apryl, can you have objects be used for down payments?
Well, like a Stanley Cup?
Yeah, like these.
Yeah.
Does this work? Can this qualify as a down payment if I have 27 Stanley Cups?
Wouldn't that be nice? So kind of, sort of. We'll put it that way. Yes, you can use objects like gold bars.
Yeah, I think
you can use gold bars. Crypto is,
I think you could cash it in.
An object, I guess. We'll say that's an object, but no, you cannot use Stanley Cups as your proof of funds. Or even better, like when somebody like flips up their mattress, snaps a picture, and like, here's our proof of funds.
Yes.
Take a picture of your safe. Yeah, that's not proof of funds. We need it in a bank account.
And there is like true stories. Two funny ones. Like when I first started in real estate, I went to this family's house and I was really new. And we were writing an offer, and I said, okay, well, we're going to need a $5,000 earnest money deposit, that to open the escrow. And the mom goes back and she comes back with a shoebox, and she like literally hands me a Nike shoebox.
No, she did.
She did. And I'm like,
what are you supposed to do with that?
I'm like, what is this? And she's like, it's the $5,000 down payment. I'm like, oh, like I can't take this to the title company.
Yeah.
Right. So that was 20 years ago. So fast forward, back when California.
Although I feel like I learned my lesson really quick on this one, because you realize like to coach your client ahead of time, like, okay, when we do an earnest money deposit, this is what we need.
Yes.
When we do proof of funds, these are the things we need.
And also, like, I let them know in advance, because sometimes they do have to cash out things. So they need to know, like, when it's due.
Or it's an investment account, that sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But so my husband works for a title insurance company. And for those of you who don't know, a title insurance company is, you have to open escrow, and they're the third party that's neutral to the buyer and seller when you are buying or selling a house. And, California legalized marijuana a few years ago. And there's a lot of people.
I already know where this is going.
There's a lot of people who want to buy homes with cash. Well,
I thought you were going to say they use like their weed.
Well, they
like, here you go.
Yeah, here's a couple ounces. Here's bags.
Here's a sack.
Here's a sack.
Double bags. It's like the mafia.
Yes.
We'll have to talk about mob wives.
Oh my gosh, the newest trend. Oh God. Okay. So, anyways, So what happens is people think this is kind of funny. They have cash. So I buy a house. The realtor will write it up with cash, and then the title company will say, like, I need you to bring, your closing funds in. So my husband literally one day says, okay, we're here with the cash, and he has an armor truck outside with like $2 million in it.
Oh my God.
Because they wanted to pay cash. But the cash has to be in a bank account. Oh. Even if it's cash. The title company cannot take your gold bars or your cash or your weed.
Like, he took it literally. Here's my cash.
Yes. It all has to be traceable.
Yes.
And that's because, especially like in the marijuana industry, things have evolved since then.
Yeah.
But, it's legal statewide, but it wasn't legally federally. So they, so they had to, people didn't want to put it in bank account.
I still think it would have been funny if they actually brought their bags of weed.
I mean...
We can't make this shit up.
We cannot make this up. I mean, this is true stories that have happened.
Yeah.
But and they were really mad at him. They're like, well, we're going to call another title company. It's like, no title company is going to take your cash. Yes.
Love it.
So yes, they can, I guess, take objects, but you have to transfer them or cash them into a currency that
gotcha.
Can buy a house.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay, so then that's going to bring me to my next question. I know you like the Stanley Cup. So you were influenced by an influencer.
I'm guilty. I'm super guilty of that.
So my cup of choice is actually not even a Stanley. I don't myself own a Stanley. My daughter, obviously I have a teenager, so she's wanted the Stanleys. I've bought her for Christmas and whatnot, but I'm a Yeti girl. I've got like my Yeti cup. I've always been a Yeti girl though, because personally, we are a boating family. Like we've always had a boat. We've always had the Yeti coolers. And then all of a sudden that was a craze to have a Yeti cup and like do all of that. But, so I've always just been hooked on the Yeti cups, and I'm like, well, part of me is like, I've got a cabinet full. Why am I going to go buy a Stanley? I don't need that.
You don't need it, right? And you kind of want to stick to what you like, and you're kind of like the OG of it.
Well, plus I like the fact, can you engrave these?
Oh, you can. Yeah. I mean, well, so I guess you can.
I'm a Yeti girl.
I kind of was influenced, and I'm a really, really bad at drinking water. So I did fall for the well, if you fill it up, I get 40 ounces of water.
So I will say though, my resolution of 2024, for Christmas, I had these engraved for all of my family.
That's so cute.
The bam, because that's what our group text message for.
Love it.
I have 3 sisters, a brother. They're all married. Everybody's in this group except for my husband, because my husband doesn't want to be bothered with text messages.
Oh,
well, group text messages. You know how
he has the fam. He has your fam. Well, you have your own name. Can you tell us what your own name is for your own family?
Like for me and my kids?
Yeah.
No, I'm not allowed to say it.
You're not allowed to say what your handle is?
Wait,
a day in the...
Oh, a day in the life.
Yes. Yeah. So you have...
I was going to say I have a different...
No.
Call herself something.
No. So you have your fam bam for your...
I have the fam bam for my side of the family. And then I have a day in the life of Lopez, which is my family.
Yeah. So that's like me and my 2 broke friends. She has a day in the life.
Yeah. A day in it. And it started a long, long time ago. It's because I was being snarky, and somebody had said something about me or whatever. And I was like, it's just a day in the life of a Lopez.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just started hashtagging it.
That's best. I love that. That's a good name. I like that.
But I did want to say I'm drinking more water because I'm carrying this around.
It's true. I mean, and what I like about this is this part actually fits in my cup holder and it doesn't tip over in my car. So I like that because I have had other water bottles that are like too thick and they fall over. I know first world problems. I get it. I get it. So,
but that's a huge thing.
We want to know, what do you prefer, if any? So do you prefer a Yeti or a Stanley?
Club Yeti over here.
Club Stanley over here.
So I'm actually going to do a poll, I think, on maybe YouTube. I think it does a poll, Instagram. I'll figure out how to do that. But let's do a poll because I want to see which one
you like.
Would you rather? And then let's figure out which one is the top. And then we'll do like a giveaway.
If you subscribe to us, all the new subscribers will be entered to win the winner, whether it's a Yeti or a Stanley.
That's a great idea. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. Right?
And I'm going to send Shannon to Target on the release because that way I could take a video of her.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna
put on like the softball helmet with like the football pads.
That's a great idea. Let's do that. Let's dress up and be like, we're here.
I'm like, ready? Are you ready for it?
But that's only if Stanley wins because I can get a Yeti at Dick's has them.
Oh my God, they have such good colors.
And maybe you'll even custom order one.
Yeah, maybe we'll give a logo
with the logo.
Yes, let's do that. So both will engrave.
We come up with great ideas as we're going. So that's us. Okay, I want to get into our next section, which is our Swiftie Sell of the Month. So with the Swiftie Sell of the Month, I feel like this was a really good property to highlight. I actually like his music. I like his music.
Not a fan at all. Zero.
It depends. But we actually liked to highlight this property. And the reason why is because I think there's some quirks to it that you guys are going to love. So if you haven't heard, Kanye West had just put up his property in Malibu for $53 million.
That's million.
But the
caveat,
quirkiness of this is it's a fixer-upper. And we're going to call it a fixer-upper. And the reason why is because he removed the windows,
the doors, the floors,
the appliances,
the electrical,
everything.
It's a shell. And I even read, and maybe I'm wrong in the article that I read, that it was to be like a bomb shelter.
What?
I know. Okay, whatever.
That's part of the psychiatrist part of our job. But so with that being said, so we're going to show you. So here's a picture of Kanye's house. But keep in mind that the pictures that you're seeing are actually prior to the gut job.
Yes, and then we have an after, like when he gutted it.
And it's like, so there's
so many
what he's thinking. But let me just give you the statistics of the house, just so you're aware. So it's $53 million, which actually for Malibu is, I did look up some comps because I like to research things.
Yeah, I mean, and
in Malibu is, it's actually a reasonable house.
I think it's like Oceanside, right?
It is like, it's on the, so that was part of it is like, are those
location,
pillars, drivers or whatever. They've got like, it's a cement house really, I think is
because it's a bomb shelter.
A bomb shelter. But it's 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 4,021 square feet, which is actually on the smaller side for a Malibu house. It's been on the market for about a week or so. So I'm curious if it's going to sell, if it's going to sell quick. Now, I will say though, when you have somebody who's looking for a house in Malibu, like, would you like to buy a fixer-upper like this? Because I can see the benefit of wanting to put your own stamp on something. Like, yes, I think it needs windows, and I think it needs doors.
Yeah, I'd be like,
electrical.
I guess it's like because it's cement. Maybe like the elements don't affect it as much. Like if it was, sheetrock or wood, like all the water going in without the windows and doors. I don't know.
If there's a massive tidal wave.
I guess so.
I don't know.
Because it's not falling over.
That's
cement.
Right. That's right. I don't know. Like, I just, the logic behind it, like I can get like, there are people, especially like we sell houses that are fixer-uppers. And sometimes people just don't want to put any extra money into it. But he removed stuff from it.
I mean, it's one thing. Okay, there's levels of this, right? So you have people, especially like in Malibu or like my aunt lives in San Diego and in like the Coronado area, like people buy the land for the, the land, and then they demolish these cute little beach houses and they put up these like gigantic mansions, right? So there's like the tear down, right? And then there's like the gut job that I've called this, where you've like removed everything but the shell.
But this was a beautiful house.
Yeah, I don't know. And that's where I feel like a lot of people do that. I guess if money is no object, you can just take everything out. But usually you don't remove like the electrical unless your house is built, in 1908 and has like knob and tube wiring.
Oh yeah, I don't have the year that it was.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't usually remove some of the basics.
Yeah.
It's one thing to do like, if you want to change the texture of the wall,
Sure.
Fixtures, floors, paint,
And
even
maybe-
take a wall down to make it more open.
Yes.
But this is crazy.
And okay, but let me say this. Like I sold a house, actually one of the first houses I sold, I had a contractor who was in the middle of fixing up the house. And he's like, I just don't want to do anymore.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. He had gutted it. It had no floors. It was
Mhm.
subfloor. It had no kitchen. It had no bathroom. It really had nothing.
It really had nothing.
But, so maybe this was his plan, Kanye's plan, as far as he was working on it. And then he decided, you know what, I just don't need this property anymore. Thumbs down to Kanye's house. So let's move on to our next section,
Okay.
which I think Shannon has a little special.
I have a little special treat just because, we talked about how we're kind of like, slugging sports bags,
Oh, yeah.
Lululemon wearing moms.
We said large cups since we obviously differentiate.
Yes.
on which-
So I bought you a little present
Oh, you're so sweet.
to go with our era that we are in.
This is so cute. In my real estate era? Oh, my God, this is adorable.
I have
love
a
it.
matching one
Oh my gosh.
in a
Wait, so can we wear this on
We can wear this
next
on our
episode?
episode.
Okay.
This
gosh,
is
it's
from the
oversized.
store.
Oversized
Yeah,
leggings?
yeah. This is from All Things Real Estate. They have a lot of cute products, but
This is so
I loved
adorable.
it because it was supposed to be pink, but it said orchid, but it's purple. But it's in the lover era.
I love it. Love it.
Anyways, but then
Oh my God.
I
wish
realized
I had
I
a t-shirt on
know,
it. I put it on right now.
but then I realized apparently Starbucks, Big Cup, Puffer Jacket, Lulu is out and Mob Wives is in.
Oh my gosh. You sent me a video. I was
So
cracking up.
I think next episode we should dress up in our best Mob Wives outfit. and film.
Okay. Oh my God. What would I wear?
I don't know, but you have a week to think about it.
So we got to do like winged eyeliner. Oh, so anyway,
I mean, I think I
what
don't
we're
know.
talking about, if you haven't seen, like they've got these like funny TikTok videos and
Yeah,
well, not TikTok because I watch Reels, but
or they go on both.
they go on both. But it's
hilarious.
It's the trend.
It's
of,
the
like,
trend, it's like
fur coat.
Oh my God, and it's like red lips, like designer bags,
winged
leopard prints,
yeah,
like
winged
okay.
eyeliner.
So I think, for entertainment value,
oh my gosh,
we should come and you need to like figure out what your mob wife name is going to be.
I don't even. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
you
good
gotta
one.
like think about it. Cause so like I'm Italian, so my Italian side can like come out. So my great grandma, her name was Genevieve Scocco, and her name, this is so funny. So her straight off from Italy, and she used to call me Sharon. So I didn't answer to it. I was like 5, but we do have a cousin Sharon. However, it's just really
I
funny.
feel like you are going to be like the best person in
I don't
character.
know. I know.
Because there was one year when Shannon came dressed up as a Karen for Halloween,
Yeah.
and like you go with it.
I just went with it.
Oh wait, this is gonna be hard. I have to think about it because I'm like I don't know what my mob wife.
You could be
name's
like
gonna
timid wife, mob wife.
I
But I
need
just
to-
feel like you got to embrace it.
need
So I
to-
think we need to like, we need to go
Okay.
with the trend.
tight dress with like. Oh, I'll figure this
We're gonna
out.
figure it out. So we're gonna next episode best mob wife. So you'll have to vote on who makes the best mob
If
wife.
anyone has any suggestions on what my mob wife name.
And
should be.
this market, as we talk about, is competitive. So if you steal my listing, you might have to sleep with the fishes.
Oh my God, the reel. There's some of the reels are so hilarious because it's like taping and it's the woman like pulling the dead body.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so great. If you haven't seen one of the like
Mob
trendy-
wives.
or trendy videos, you've got to go search it because it's hilarious.
So that's your homework.
that's your homework. Yes.
So thank you for tuning in today.
Absolutely. I think that was a great episode. And as always, if you can like, share, and subscribe.
We appreciate you and welcome your feedback. So thank you for
Absolutely.
tuning in today, and we will see you as our mob wives. So
Yes. Here. I don't know what my name will be. But anyway, all right. Bye, guys.
bye.